All right, so welcome to Coffee with Markus. This is episode 68, and today we're going to talk about what's happening in the market so that you know what's going on and what to expect. And since many of you are using Tastyworks and us, I will give you a super quick 15-minute tutorial on how I use Tastyworks. Sound good? Okay, so if this is your first time here, welcome. Now, before we get started, let me give you a super quick intro why I'm doing this show, because here's what I'm seeing. Most people who start trading expect their accounts to explode, and they've seen the ads and emails that promise them to turn $2,000 into $1,000,000 or something crazy like this. And then they start trading and they quickly realize that it doesn't work this way. So if you are sick of all the hype and empty promises, then this show is for you. Because my goal is to give you the strategies and the tools that you need to grow your account systematically, because that's the key. You see, everybody can get lucky every now and then, but being able to grow your account in a systematic and predictable way, that is the key to success in the market. So in this show here, I'll show you the tools that you need. I'll give you the trading strategies that actually work, and we'll talk about the right mindset of a trader, because that's super important. And in the show, it's all about facts and real trades. Talking about real, I'll show you all of my trades, winning trades and losing trades. No hype, just the facts, because I want you to succeed. Now, if this sounds good to you, then click on like right now or just type yes in the comments and we will get started. Awesome. Okay. So video is fine. So let's talk about the first segment. What the heck is happening in the markets? This segment is for you so that you know what's happening right now and also what's going to happen over the next few days. So what is happening right now? Well, look at this. The markets are moving higher again. The Dow a little bit lackluster. Here you see the Dow Jones up 0.3%. So not a whole lot. And looking at a 5-minute chart, for most of the day today, it looked like we are not going anywhere. So this is a 5-minute chart. You see, at first we were going down, but then we were drifting higher, and it seems that we are getting higher into the close. Now, looking at the S&P 500, it is actually breaking out of the perfect triangle. We talked about it in the last Coffee with Markus, that we do have a triangle. We have some strong resistance here, and right now it seems that we are breaking out. But hey, let's see if this is actually continuing. Now, is this actually mirroring the VIX here? Because you see this, the VIX, the volatility index, and here's how it works with the volatility index. When the volatility index is low, which right now compared to what happened over the past few weeks, it is rather low, right? So this means that usually the market starts climbing up here. And this is what we are seeing right now. So super, super, super interesting. Well, what is moving the markets? Well, looking at the economic calendar for this week, as you can see, it is super quiet. Not a whole lot going on. We have crude oil inventories and the unemployment claims. But hey, we already know what to kind of expect there, right? So what are traders focusing on right now? Well, this week, we have 25% of the S&P 500 companies are announcing earnings. So here are just some the major ones. So as you can see, we'll hear from IBM today after the close. We'll hear from Coca-Cola. We'll hear from Snap. We'll hear from United Airlines, from TD Ameritrade, Deutsche Bank. So as you can see, there's a lot on dock. And hey, this week the focus will definitely be on Tesla. We'll talk about this in a moment. Now, talking about some individual stocks that are moving today, the stay-at-home stocks are doing well, and here's why. I mean, if we look at the coronavirus cases here in the United States, as you can see, we are still at a super high level here. So as of yesterday, still above 60,000 new cases a day. So what does this mean for the market? First of all, the market overall, if you're looking at the S&P, it's just shrugging it off. Same with the Dow, and the markets are climbing higher. So what are some stocks that are moving today? I mean, it's definitely Amazon. So Amazon today up 7.5%, almost 8% here. Because, as everybody is still staying home, and I mean, we know that in California, the state is being closed down again. As you know, this was the announcement last week. So everybody's shopping on Amazon. What else? Zoom, because it seems that we're not going back to offices. So Zoom today also up 8.5%. Zoom had a tremendous run this year thus far. Let's see if they can sustain it. And then another surprise, Peloton. You know, the bike, that the interactive bike, the horribly expensive. What is it, like $2,000? So obviously, during this this crisis, during this pandemic, they surged because people want to work out, they want to do something, and today up 10%. So lots and lots going on here with this stay-at-home stocks. Now, one of the stocks that stuck out also was Nikola. I don't know if you heard about the company. It's supposed to be the new Tesla, right? I mean, Nikola, they are, let me actually go to the website here really quick and let me show you what they're doing. So Nikola Motor is the website. And so they are supposedly at some point building self-driving trucks, electric trucks, and also here, not only semi-trucks, but also personal truck. Anyhow, so everybody got excited about this company, but as you can see today, they're crashing and burning 21%. So interesting because when they were still trading at $70 or $80, they were as valuable as Ford. And Nikola makes no cars at all yet. On the other hand, Ford makes around 6 million cars. So super interesting. You see, this is where I always say, trade what you see, not what you think. As you know, let's have a sip of coffee here. In a moment, I want to show you how I use my Tastyworks account. But hey, since we're talking about the new Tesla, let's talk about Tesla. So because Tesla, super, super interesting on Wednesday, after the bell, they are reporting earnings. And you know why this is critical. If you have been following this show, you know that Tesla had 3 consecutive quarters where they posted a profit. And if they are posting a profit for the last quarter, it would be 4 consecutive quarters. And therefore, they're eligible to be in the S&P 500, and that's a big deal. So lots of speculation around here, up to date 10%. And this is what I said earlier in the intro, right? I mean, everybody can get lucky, but the key to systematic account growth is that you are consistent. Anyhow, so this is what's going on in the markets here. Is this making sense? So good to see everybody here. So good to see all the comments. So if you can hear me, by the way, click on like really quick. This way I know if you can hear me. Now, talking about what's on doc today, what are we going to talk about? So we already briefly talked about what's happening in the markets. And now I want to show you how I personally use Tastyworks. I know that many of you have a Tastyworks account and or considering a Tastyworks account, and they're wondering, okay, how do I place trades here? So I want to give you a super quick intro here and show you how I use this. So let me just switch over here. There we go. So let me show you how I personally use the Tastyworks account. This will be a super brief introductory. We need to start over here. All right, in this video, I want to show you how I personally use the Tastyworks to place trades. Now, this will not be one of these hour-long tutorials. It will be probably a 15-minute tutorial that shows you the basics of what you need to know to place your first trades. Because let's briefly recap. In order to place a trade, there's 5 things that your broker needs to know. So, first of all, your broker needs to know what do you want to trade. The symbol, whether you're trading a stock or an option, it doesn't really matter, right? So secondly, you need to tell your broker whether you want to buy or sell. So I'll show you how to do this. Now, third, your broker needs to know how many shares or options do you want to trade. So the quantity here. Number 4, this is the 4th thing that you need to know before placing a trade or when placing a trade is at what price do you want to buy or sell. And then number 5 is the duration of the trade. For how long are you trying to buy or sell a stock? Is it only for the day? So there are 2 things. It's either a day order or it is a good till cancel, which would be a GTC order. So let's start with the basics here so that you know exactly how to place a trade. So going to my Tastyworks account, here you go. So when you open Tastyworks, this is what it looks like. By the way, if you would like to have more information on Tastyworks, go to rockwelltrading.com/Tastyworks. This is where you find more information. We'll post the link in the description and also right here in the chat. So as you can see, there is a watch list on the left-hand side. And honestly, I'm not using this at all. So unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to minimize this watch list. So it is just there. For now, I'm moving it off the screen because there's not really a whole lot that I'm doing with the watch list, because this way we have a little bit more room here for the main screen. Okay, so again, looking at the 5 things that you need. First of all, the question is, where do you buy or sell? Where do you place the symbol? And it is up here in the upper right-hand corner. So let's say if you want to actually buy Tesla, you type in Tesla right there. So here we are at positions, and when you go to trade, so you see you have 3 tabs here. This is where you see your open positions. So you see right now, these are the positions that I'm in, TGTX, MUR, and you see how much is the open PNL and how much is the PNL for the day. But anyhow, if you want to place a trade, this is where by default you see an options chain, because yes, Tastyworks is mainly for options trader, but you can also trade stocks. Now, in order to trade stocks, it's fairly easy. You go up here, and this is where you see it says either long, or when you click on long, short stock. So when you click on go, this is when you see it pops up, this little order entry window that you have here in the bottom right now. And now let's take a look what you need to do, and then I'm showing you how to do this with options. So after we place the symbol, we need to say, do we want to buy or sell, and the quantity. So let me show you here. You see buy or sell, super easy. This is how you buy, this is how you sell. You see here the quantity that you can change, and you can either do it with these arrows, or you can just override it and say you want to buy, let's say 10 right here, 10 shares of Tesla. You can specify a limit price if you want, and then also say whether you want to place a market order, limit order, stop market, or stop limit order. If you're unfamiliar with the orders, I did a video for you, and we'll post the link in the description that shows you how to use or when to use a stop order versus when to use a limit order. So as you can see, here is the time in force, and this is where the last thing, the duration, whether you use a day order or good till cancel order, you see it right here. So you have day, you have good till cancel. X means extended hours, so don't worry about these, just worry about the first ones. So when you click on review and send, you can review your order so that you see how much does it take up of your buying power, of your stock buying power, your option order, and you can review the order before you send it. Okay, so this is making sense. So this is how you place a stock trade. And I'm going to clear this order right now, because now I want to show you how to place an option trade. Now, if you're trading options, then you know there's a little bit more instead of just picking the right symbol. So for option traders, you need to know the expiration. So by when shall the option expire? You have to specify whether you trade a call or a put option, and well, that's basically it. Oh, the strike price. There we go. Okay, so now let me show you how to do this on Tastyworks. Again, we're keeping it super easy. This is not meant to be an extensive tutorial, showing you the basics so that you can enter an order with confidence. So here you see all the different expirations for Tesla. And you see, for example, you have the July 24th expiration, which is 4 days to expiration, July 31st, 11 days to expiration. And you also see that there's different colors. The dark blue ones are weekly options, and the lighter blue ones that you see here are monthly options. So let's say we want to buy a call for Tesla at a price of, let's say, we expect Tesla to skyrocket, and we're going to buy one for $1,800. So you see on the left-hand side, there's calls. On the right-hand side, there are puts. So if you want to buy a call, we just click on the ask, and now you see it opens again, this little window here, which makes it super easy to say, okay, how many do you want to trade? Because again, you need to say, tell your broker, do you want to buy or sell this option? How many options do you want to trade and at what price? And you see, this is where you have this little window popping up that allows you to either say, okay, you want to trade 1, 2, or 3. You can also change the quantity here. See, now it says 2 options. You have the price right here. And then again, whether you use a limit order or a market order, when trading options, I recommend using a limit order. And again, I have a video on this. Good. So super easy. And then the same, you do review and send, and it'll tell you how much of the stock buying power or option buying power you need. And here, since Tesla is horribly expensive, this small account that I'm trading here on Tastyworks does not have sufficient buying power available for this order. Anyhow, so as you can see, it is super easy. If you now want to sell an option instead of buying it, you can just click on this and you see it changes from sell to buy. Really, really super easy. Let's actually go to a stock that is a little bit cheaper, because then I can show you some other cool stuff. Let's just say, let me clear this order here. You see on the right-hand side, you have the clear. And let's go to Apple. Let's just say Apple, it's a little bit cheaper here. And Apple is trading right now at 392. Let's say we are bullish on Apple and we expect Apple to go above 420. Again, so we want to buy an option with a strike price of 420 right here. And you see it highlighted, and it costs us $6.10. So that's $610. A little bit easier here. So as you can see, super easy to change the quantity. You can just increase the quantity here. Now you see B2 for buying 2. You can decrease the quantity, and you can just click on this, and this is how you would sell instead of buying. So as you can see, super easy. Then you click on review and send, and this is how you would then send the order and put it in the marketplace. So as you can see, this is where I wanted to show you, first of all, how you enter orders. Now, here is something cool that I really like about Tastyworks, because when you're entering an order, you see it makes it super easy, especially when you're an option trader. Let's say you want to see a different strike price. So here, you can just drag and drop it to other strike prices. You see, super easy. So instead of changing the strike price manually and typing it in, you can just drag and drop it here, which makes it easy. You can change the quantity here, and you can even go out an expiration or come back an expiration. So you see, when you click on this, then the order moves to August 28th right there instead of August 21st. When you click on minus, it comes back to August 21st. So I think this is actually super cool. You have the possibility to trade more complex option strategies, but honestly, if you just want to buy or sell options, this is how easy it is to do it. Again, if you would like to have more information on Tastyworks, go to rockwelltrading.com/tastyworks. We'll post the link in the description, but I also want to show you a few other cool things here. Again, that's super easy how I use it here. And then under the activity, because again, we talked about these 3 tabs. These are the 3 most important tabs that you need and that you use. Here's where you have all your positions. Here is where you place the trades. And the 3rd tab, the activity, this is where you see what's going on. As you can see, I have 2 working orders. I want to buy an option on CalX for $1.60, and right now it is trading at $2.35. So I want to see that it is coming back. And here I want to place an order. I want to buy a call. Yeah, there we go. I want to buy a call at $2.40, and right now it is trading at $3. So this is where you see your working orders. Now you see you have also not really tabs here, but these are really toggle switches. So that's something that I found based on my experience is unique to Tastyworks. So if you want to see all of your filled orders, you just click on filled, and now you see both your working orders and all of your filled orders. As you see, I'm an active trader, so there's a lot of fills that I'm having here in these accounts, and this is only 2 of the 8 accounts that I personally trade. You can also see the canceled order, and you see this is where you toggle them on and off. If you only want to see the canceled orders, you click again on filled and working. This toggles it off, and now you see only the canceled ones. So for me personally, I like to see my working orders here, and sometimes I want to see on what did I get filled, and you can narrow it down on today. So what orders did you get filled on? So these were the orders that I got filled on today. TRGP, Angie, and CQP. These were the orders. And this is where you place the working orders. So as you can see, super easy. Now, these are really the basics. I want to show you some bells and whistles here right now because I think that there's some cool stuff with the platform. But let me just ask you this. Thus far, is this making sense? Is this helpful at all before I go a little bit deeper? Because my goal with this little tutorial is to show you how to place a trade on Tastyworks, whether it is stock or options trade, in 10 minutes or less. So, and I will show you some other cool features here. And if you're enjoying this video thus far, do me a favor and click on like really quick, because this way I know which videos you like, and I'll do more of those. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the little notification bell and click on subscribe. This way you get notified whenever I release a new video. All right. So let's go back here. Now, one of the other cool things is that with Tastyworks, you do have a charting platform. So you can right now click here on charts, oops, there, on chart, and you see a chart of Apple. And you see there's some cool tools here. So you can click on an hourly chart, or you can have a 15-minute chart of Apple if you want to. And all of these are live. They're real time. So when you're opening an account with Tastyworks, they give you free real-time data. So I think this is pretty cool. You can plot some indicators if you wanted to. So for example, if you like the idea of plotting Bollinger Bands, you can just add Bollinger Bands, modify the settings if you wanted to. So you see you have a pretty neat charting platform here as well. So that's what I wanted to show you. It's one of the bells and whistles. And as you can see, there's some other tools where you can, for example, draw trend lines, right? So if you choose to draw a trend line like this, I plotted it right now here. It's a bit hard to see, so you need to configure it if you wanted to use it. Now, I personally like to use TradingView as my charting platform, so I really don't want to go into all the details of charts. It's pretty intuitive, so you can definitely figure it out here. No problem at all. Okay, so this is what you see down here, and then you can go back to trade. And here's another cool thing. So I found this really super useful. For example, let's say that you're interested in trading this Apple option, the 430, and you want to know, okay, how did that trade today? When you right mouse click here, oops, there we go, on the option, I do believe that it was when I right mouse clicked on the option, I thought that I could show a chart. Maybe I can't. I have to figure it out. So anyhow, let's move on and let me show you some other cool stuff here. Because especially when you're trading options, and again, even though you can trade stocks here, the real power of Tastyworks is when you are trading options. Because one of the things that you can do is do an analysis. For example, if you're buying this particular option of Apple, you see here, first of all, at a glance, what is your probability of profit? This is 19%. So it's pretty low because we're trading an out of the money call option. And you see, as you're moving it closer into the money, your probability of profit moves higher. You also see how much extrinsic value it has, and the probability of making at least 50% on the option. So here in this case, that it moves up from $7.50 to roughly $11, right? This would be a 50% profit. So this is what you see here with the P50. You see the delta, the theta, you see the maximum loss, the maximum profit that you achieve, and the buying power. So you have everything at a glance here where you can quickly compare what makes more sense, to buy a 425 option or maybe buy a 400 option, 400 strike price, because then you see the probability of profit is 32%. The probability to make at least 50% of the option is 51%. So it's actually pretty cool. So, but this is just the summary. Now, some of you options trader, you love to have a curve. So this is where we see exactly, okay, how much money would we make or lose with this option at different stock prices. And this is at expiration here. So you have a powerful analysis tool. And again, I don't want to go into much detail. If you're interested and want me to cover anything else here, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do another video. This again is just a very brief intro video that shows you the main functions here. But it's actually pretty cool because you can show the theoretical zones here, the P&L theoretical, right, for what happens if the stock moves to a certain price over the next few days. And again, I'll be happy to cover it in a more detailed video. But as you can see, there's some cool analysis stuff here. So besides just having the table and here, quickly, the most important information that you need when trading in options, at least that's what I rely on, you can really geek out and dive deep here and have a graphical and a visual analysis. Now, this is pretty cool, especially if you're trading more complex option strategies. So let's say you want to trade a debit spread and you're buying this call and at the same time you're selling a 410. So this way you go back to the curve and you see, okay, how does it change when you're trading these two options when you're trading a spread? And you see, now you can even change here the strike price. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I really like this. I really like this. I think it's super intuitive. So that you see what if, and you always see here the probability of profit. You see the probability of making at least 50% on this trade, the delta, the theta, the max profit, and the max loss. Now, how do you like this? And again, I'll be happy to do another video in more detail here. But let me just show you one last thing in this video here, and this is how to configure the columns. Because this is something that I was a little bit surprised in the beginning and something to get used to. You see, when you're trading options, you see the bid and the ask. You always see this, and then you have two more columns that you configure any way you want. And here are all the possibilities. So if you're an option trader and you would like to know the delta of an option, you can display the delta here, and then it's showing it both for the calls and the puts. You see it's the same. We have now the bid ask, delta, and the high. And if you want to display the theta of all the options, then you can change this here. You can just pick and choose from any of these, and you're seeing the delta, the bid ask, delta, and theta, and you see it for both the puts and the calls. Now, at first I thought, well, I would like to display more columns. And it is not possible. It is fixed. You can only display 4 columns, and out of these 4 columns, 2 are fixed. So it's something to get used to. So for example, if you want to see the open interest, you have to replace the theta column with open interest. I personally like to see where have the option traded for the day, where's the high and the low of the option, because I usually don't like to buy at the high and I don't like to sell at the low here. But again, you can configure it, and it's something to get used to that you only have 2 customizable columns, that you cannot just show a bunch of columns here. This is what I'm used from other trading platforms that I used in the past, mainly interactive brokers, where I could add a lot of columns here. But here, it is what it is. Anyhow, so as I promised, this is just a very quick introductory video on how to use Tastyworks. And if you have any questions and would like to see me making some other videos that go into more details of the platform, just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to post another video. Hey, so if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and like it. And if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment or click on the subscribe button and click the little notification bell. This way you get notified whenever I release a new video. And if you liked it and you think that others could benefit from this video, please remember to share this video, and I'll see you in one of the other videos that are probably popping up on the screen right now. See you in the next one. All right, so this is this very briefly how to use Tastyworks. And let's see, did I keep this video below 15 minutes? That was my goal here. We will use this segment here. Asia will edit it into a shorter one. But this is how you know the basic function of Tastyworks. So if you're brand new to this, or if you're considering signing up for Tastyworks, go to rockwelltrading.com/Tastyworks. This is where you'll find more information. Now, I'll take a look at your comments and questions here in just a moment. Let me grab a sip of coffee. I've been talking a lot. There we go. Good, good, good. So there are a few questions. Let me just scroll up here a little bit. Um, let's see. Kathy says, obviously, I've been gone for a while. This is a huge microphone. Yeah, I upgraded a new microphone, and it seems to be a little bit easier this way. I'm also getting used to it. Earlier, while I was preparing it, I was trying to get a coffee, and I bumped into the microphone. Yeah. It- Trust me, it's not the biggest microphone. I have some here that are bigger. Okay. Good, good, good. So Donna is asking, are you recommending Tastyworks over IBKR interactive brokers as a broker for the PXO strategy? Donna, it really depends. First of all, where you live, and secondly, it depends on what you're trying to do. I found that when you're trading options, Tastyworks is way superior over interactive brokers. I've been using interactive brokers since 1999. I know my way around interactive brokers, but I found Tastyworks much more modern, more user friendly once you got the hang of it, and more powerful. Now, here's why I said it depends where you live. Tastyworks is not available in all countries. Tastyworks, for example, is not available to you if you're in Canada. So I know that there is quite a few Canadians who are watching these videos. So I really appreciate you watching the videos. And right now, Tastyworks is not available for you in Canada. It's not available, for example, if you live in Panama. It's not available in Ukraine. So there are some countries where Tastyworks is not available. Interactive Brokers is available for Canada, for Panama, for Ukraine, for pretty much all countries. I have yet to find a country where interactive brokers is not available. So, Donna, really depends on where you live and what you're planning to do. If you're just trading stocks, I believe for trading stocks, interactive brokers is just fine. If you consider trading options, consider Tastyworks. And again, I'll post a link to more information, rockwelltrading.com/tastyworks. Be happy to do this. Okay. So okay. So Jay is asking, what should OCO orders for entry? And so I'll be happy to do a video on this. When you go to Tastyworks, you do actually have a possibility. Let me just go back here to the screen and show you. So I just want to delete this leg here. You see, you can enter, you can attach so-called bracket orders here. So where you close it as a profit or where you close it as a stop loss. So it's fairly powerful. I personally do this manually, but if you want to do this, you can do this here. Super easy to do it. So you can just either have a target percent profit, or you see how this changes. Yeah, if you want to make, let's say, at least 70%, you probably have to go up to 30. Oh no, this would be 128%. You get the idea here. So it's super powerful. And if you are interested in this, I'll be happy to do another video on this. Okay. Good. So Perspective says, Tastyworks paper trading, please. Right now, they do not offer a paper trading account. So you are kind of reliant on these videos that people who have an open account are doing. The good news is, here's what you can do. You can open a trading account and put as little as $500 in there. I believe that is their minimum. And when you do this, you can at least play around with the platform. But they do not have a paper trading or a simulated account, and it's nothing that I can do. You can email them and say, hey, would you consider this in the future? Right now, they do not offer this. Okay, so Nilman says, I see you trade SPX. Can you do a session on this strategy? Well, we'll see. I mean, right now, there's a strategy that's exclusive for our mastermind members, and our mastermind members are placing these trades. We haven't decided yet whether we make this strategy available to the general public. Right now, the SPX strategy is exclusively for our mastermind members here. So Claire is asking, where can I get more training on Tastyworks? Claire, they do have a YouTube channel where they have quite a lot of training videos. But Claire, I'll be happy to do more training videos for you if you like to get these training videos from me. I'll be happy to do this. Okay, so Ricardo is asking, in the working order, can you see if it is a call or put or sell or buy? Yes, you can. Let me show this to you exactly. So if you're going to activity and the working orders, you see it in the right. It's probably a little bit difficult. It says 3 and it says August 21st, that is the expiration. And it says 10, there's the strike price, and it says C for call. And it says buy to open. So this means that I'm establishing a new position versus a buy to close or sell to close. This would be closing a position. So yeah, it's right here. So you have to get used to the abbreviations. I mean, honestly, after a few days you are. So again, it shows you exactly the quantity, it shows you the expiration, it shows you how many days to expiration, the strike price, and whether it's a call or a put. So it's a C or a P. And I know the font is probably a little bit small here, but unfortunately, this is the size, and it's already an enhanced font. Anyhow, great question here, Ricardo. Does this help? Okay, let me come back to you on the screen here. Okay. So Donna is asking, is it possible for a tutorial on how to place an order in 10 minutes or less on the Interactive Brokers platform? I'll be happy to do this. Maybe we can do it later this week, maybe on Friday. I already have something planned for you on Wednesday, but or we do it early next week. So great point. Great point. So Lorna said for the chart, click on the call or put area of the strike. Yeah, I mean, so I can show it again. Let me just show you the desktop. So there you go. View option on chart. There you go. Right. This is where you see what the option was trading at today on a 15-minute chart or an hourly chart. So you can see what the option was trading at. So thanks. Yeah, I think a little bit earlier. Here's the challenge, Lorena. So thanks for letting me know. The challenge is if you're trying to do this while you see you have something selected. So here, this what I want to buy, the option that I want to buy. If I'm trying to do it here, I can only delete the lag. So you would have to move it. If you want to see what the 400 was trading, you have to do this first, which I think is a little bit annoying. And then you can move this back to 400. But yeah, thanks for the comment. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Okay. So Mike says, yeah, Tastyworks and Tasty Trades have a lot of videos, live presentations every day. And again, I'll be happy to do more for you. So AG47 says, how to set up your extra screen and which platform does it serve? Don't know exactly what you mean, the extra screen. I do have two screens. So obviously I have a primary and a secondary screen. For a secondary screen, you can just use a very portable one, an ASUS screen. I'll be happy to show you this if you want to have more information on this. Otherwise, any secondary screen does the trick. And I like to have PowerX Optimizer, which is the software that I personally use to find the best stocks and options to trade, on one screen. And then on the secondary screen, right there, where I'm looking at right now, this is where I then have the trading platform. Okay, good. So Ajay is asking if I can do it on TradeStation. I don't have a TradeStation account. I have accounts with Nadex. I have accounts with Interactive Brokers. I have accounts with Tastyworks. I have accounts with Infinity Futures, but I don't have one with TradeStation. So therefore, I'm not familiar with this. There's probably some other videos out there. Anyhow. So Frank says, is the money safe with them, or is there a risk when Tastyworks goes bankrupt? We can go to their website. And again, you find more information when you go to rockwelltrading.com. They are, in short, you see, if you go to rockwelltrading.com/Tastyworks, so it brings you over to give you more information here on their site. And I do believe that they're FDCI insured. Let me just go back here. Yes, leaving. So you can look it up there. They have been around for a long, long time. So I don't think that they're going out of business. I have two accounts with them, and right now I'm in the process of opening a third account. This morning I already opened the third account, and I'll fund it tomorrow. So I personally will have 3 accounts with them. There's probably a FINRA broker check. I believe that they are fairly safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't put my own money in there. So again, these are the accounts that I'm trading with them. are smaller accounts, but I mean, all three combined will be probably around $100,000. So, and I'm thinking about moving my big account from Interactive Brokers to Tastyworks here because I really like it. Monica says the analysis is the main difference between Tastyworks and TOS. Much easier in Tastyworks. I believe so too. I believe it is a little bit easier here. So that's why I like it. Anyhow, so Danielle says, I need to see if there's an overview of your book. I need good visual when reading educational materials, hoping for bulleted notes like these in the videos. Okay, I'll see what I can do for you. I do, you know what? Actually, I do have an overview. It is on a website that I set up for you. It's called mytradingroutine.com. Danielle, if you go to mytradingroutine.com, and we're posting the link in the description and also in the chat here right now, this is where you'll find probably a 30-minute video of where I show you exactly what I do. So it's kind of bulleted. So go to mytradingroutine.com. In 30 minutes, I'll pretty much summarize the book here and show you exactly what I do. Okay, so Danielle is also asking, I'm new to this. Which platform is the easiest to use? Which has the overall lowest cost? I actually did a video on this. It says the video is called Best Broker 2020. We'll post this link in the description and also in the chat. So I compared 4 main brokers. I compared Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Webull, and Tastyworks. And I found that Tastyworks is the best for my situation. Now, everybody's different, Danielle. Depends on what you want to trade, right? So I highly recommend that you watch this video because I evaluate these brokers along 5 criteria. And if you say, well, these 5 criteria are the same for me as well, then it might be Tastyworks. It's really also super cheap. And I'll compare cost in that video as well. Good. Okay, Frank says, yes, more in-depth on Tastyworks, please. Frank, what exactly would you like to know? I'll be happy to do this. Okay. Good. Let's see. I believe that somebody said I had mentioned Webull before, not Webbull, Webull. Yes, I have, and I'm comparing it in the video. And in this video, Best Broker 2020, I also explained to you why right now I am not opening an account with Webull, and it has mainly something to do that they do not offer options level 3 and level 4, which means that you're selling naked calls and naked puts. And it might be part of my strategy, and I don't want my broker to limit the strategies that I'm trading. Anyhow, watch this video. It's a good video, and you'll be glad you did. It'll help you. And yeah, Juan, yes, it is not available in Panama right now. For you, really, Interactive Brokers might be the best choice. Good. Let's see. There's Guy. Okay, so it says if a stock gaps up and starts trading above the PowerX optimizer price signal, will the trading view crossing alert work? Yes, it does. It does for me. That's what I do. I paste alerts in trading view, and I paste it right there where I want to buy. And if it opens above, then immediately it makes right. You get the idea. But yeah, the alert triggers as soon as it is above. So I don't think that the alert it's actually crosses above. The alert is above or below. So great question. So AJ is asking, TradeStation versus Tastyworks. I haven't been trading with TradeStation in a long time. I used to have a TradeStation. Oh, no, you know what? I should write this down. I believe that I still have an account with them because 5 or 6 years ago, oh dear Lord, I opened an account, put $20,000 in there, and I haven't used it ever since. I need to check. Yeah, I might still have $20,000 somewhere, but I haven't used it in a while. So I've been using mainly Interactive Brokers, Tastyworks, Thinkorswim, and then I've been looking into Webull here. Okay, Skip is asking an excellent question. What do they charge for an option trade? So here's the cool thing: they charge you $1 to get in. They don't charge you anything to get out. Right? You see, most brokers charge you 65 cents to get in and another 65 cents to get out. So this would be a total of $1.30. Tastyworks only charges $1 to get in and nothing to get out. And here's the really cool thing, especially for me, when you're trading larger size, the commissions are capped at $10. So you see, $1 per contract to get into a trade. But if you're trading 20 contracts, it's capped at $10 and you're paying nothing for exiting the trade. So I think it's super cheap. And again, I do a detailed comparison in this video, Best Brokerage 2020. Might want to take a look at that. Okay, Greg is asking, have you tried the minis on Tastyworks? No, I have not, because you're referring to futures trading, and for futures trading, I have an account with Infinity Futures in Chicago, and there's a reason for this. I love their trading platform. It's for active day traders, so it's super intuitive. I like their platform for day trading futures a little bit better than Tastyworks. Okay, good. So Apfelsnutz asking, can you do a video on the E-mini for us? I could, but I'm right now not trading it. And you see, my promise for you is in these videos that I only show you what I personally do, because why would you be interested in woulda, coulda, shoulda? I thought that you're more interested, or I think that you're more interested in trading strategies that I personally use, that that work here. Okay, good. Mark said, just started the PowerX book. I'm so glad. By the way, if you're new and you would like to have a copy of my book, The PowerX Strategy, I'd be happy to send you one for free. All I ask is that you cover shipping and handling, which is $4.95. It's a nice hardcover. So lots of charts in there. It's like 150, 170 pages, can't remember. You can go on Amazon, buy it for $25, or you can go to my website. I'll leave a link in the description here and get this book. Just pay shipping and handling, $4.95, no string attached. And I'll send you a free copy. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So Don says, what do you think of TD Ameritrade? You see, Don, I loved them, but right now they're merging with Schwab. And I think it will be kind of a mess. So you see, Schwab has a platform. It's called Street Smart. TD Ameritrade has a platform. It's called Thinkorswim. So at some point, I don't think that they will support two platforms. So they will, at some point, merge their platforms. Now, which one will they choose? I don't know, right? I mean, Schwab bought basically TD Ameritrade. So there's still a great brokerage. The platform Thinkorswim is a fantastic platform. But I think they're not having the competitive edge anymore that they used to have when it was just Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade here. Anyhow, good. Daily Swing Trader says IBM reporting after hours. Yeah, I mean this week will be an active week. As said, out of the S&P 500 company, 25% of the companies in the S&P 500 will be reporting earnings this week. So that's more than 100 companies. 125 companies. So, yes. So, Alireza says, does your book is applicable in Canada? Do you mean if it is available in Canada? It's available for me. I'll be happy to ship it to Canada if you're asking for this. So, I'll be happy to ship you a copy of book to Canada. Yes, I'll do that. It might take a little bit longer because right now, as you know, with all the pandemic and crisis going on, international shipping is a bitch. I mean, just... bleep, we got to bleep this out now, but you know what I mean. It's just a nightmare right now. I mean, I have family and my parents are in Germany, and if I want to send them something or they want to mail something to me right now, it's unbelievable. It's quite a mess here. Anyhow, good. So we have been talking for more than 45 minutes. Usually I like to keep it here to 45 minutes. I know that there's quite a few questions, and let's see, for example, let's see if we can take a few more comments here. AJ says, hey, I just made 20K for you, possibly. I think as far as I remember, did it ever happen to you that you at some point found a checking account where you weren't quite sure why you opened it? It was when you got a car loan or something like this, they forced you to open a checking account. Anyhow, then you suddenly see, oh, there's a few hundred or a few $1,000s in there. Anyhow, So Daily Swing Trader, do you trade after hours? No, I don't. And I explain why in another video. I have a video for you that is called After Hours Trading. Take a look at this. And in this video, I explain why I don't like trading after hours. And it also defines after hours trading. We will post a link in the description. It's really called After Hours Trading. And we'll put it also here in the chat. Anyhow, all right. So good to see everybody here. We will be back on Wednesday. Also, hey, don't forget, this Thursday, we have a new class coming out. So let me just show this to you. It's a class on the wheel. It's a trading strategy that I really, really like. And you see, this is why I opened another account with Tastyworks today. I'm planning to put either $50,000 or $100,000 in there. I'll decide tomorrow morning. And I want to trade this account also with you. And if you're interested in the strategy that I will use to trade that account, go to rockwelltrading.com/blueprint. I'm doing the class this Thursday, and I know that my team has priced it ridiculously cheap. Usually I charge $997 for classes, but I believe last I checked, it was less than $200. So if you're interested in the strategy that I'll personally use to trade one of my accounts, this will be account number 9. Again, this will be a larger account, probably $50,000 to $100,000. Then go to rockwelltrading.com/blueprint and you'll find more information there. All right. Hope that you enjoyed this show. If you did, please share this video with anybody who you feel might find this helpful. If this was your first time here, welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found a lot of practical information, because this is my goal. Consider subscribing and hit the little notification bell, because this way you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video, which is at least 3 times a week. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.